Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thursday Night Frights at Grave Reviews. My co-host Chris and I are here to talk about all things horror. But tonight we have something special going on. What are we talking about tonight, Chris?
We are talking about Ouija.
The
The
original?
second one, not the first one.
Yay!
Number 2, Origin of Evil, a prequel to the movie Ouija 1.
Oh man, it's funny. This is really one of those. It would take a lot for this movie to be worse, or even on the same par as the first one. Thank God. Yeah, I'm really glad that this is another one. I think that Flanagan shows his wares. I just do. I've said it before. I'm kind of a fanboy for Mike Flanagan right now. I do believe
We are.
he's my favorite. My favorite horror director at the moment. It seems like he can take a pile of crap, Ouija, and turn it into something special.
Absolutely. Including a perfect lead into the first movie, bringing us to a little know-how behind the scenes of what happened to Lena and Doris, and the things that happened in the first movie.
Yeah,
Okay, so when this was announced it was coming out, it was one of those my eyes rolled back in the head like I was being taken over by Marcus, and I was like, why? Who signed off on this?
No,
And
no.
this is early in Mike Flanagan's career. He had put out he had Oculus out, which is a wonderfully different movie. Hush, another good one, came out around the same time as this. So it was one of those, let's see what happens. And oh my goodness, he took this movie and he let us go on for a ride.
He did.
There's something about his styling that just...
Yeah. Before we get too far headlong, what do you say we hit the button? You want to hit the button?
Let's hit the button.
Let's hit the button, everybody. And just so you know, we will be dancing in the background. So as we go, let's.
Turn down the lights. It's time for Thursday Night Frights. We're here to be your guide through horror, thrills, and schlocky slides. Thursday night, feel the scare. Horror talk beyond compare. They'll roast, they'll toast, they'll recommend what's creepy, what's scary, they horror friends. From slashers to ghosts, they've seen it all. Monsters and mayhem, they'll make the call. Is it a scream or a total flop? They'll tell you what's hot and what's pure schlock. Thursday night, feel the scare. Horror talk beyond compare. They'll roast, they'll toast, they'll recommend what's creepy, what's campy, they horror friends. We lift a drink and toast to you. The talking dead know what to do. With laughs and chills, they'll set the tone. Thursday nights, you're welcome home. So join the fright, don't miss the show. Alan and Chris are here, ready to go. They'll roast, they'll toast, they'll recommend what's creepy, what's campy, they horror friends. Thursday night, feel the scare. Horror talk beyond.
All right, Alan, now we can start.
Definitely, because we jumped in there hard. I was like, we're not gonna hit the button this time. Let's go.
That's fun. Pull it back. Pull it back.
Pull it back, rein that horsey in, my friend. I'm gonna say what. All right. So, is this a perfect movie? What would you say? No, I would say no.
Yeah.
But All right. Everyone who watches the show, anyone who knows me knows that I have an issue with child actors. I just do. I don't know what my problem is, but this girl, holy mackerel, she creeped me out way more than once. Way more than once.
Sold it. Just
Oh,
sell on
absolutely.
this.
To me, there was one scene. It was so small what was going on, but I've seen this movie multiple times now, and every single time it gives me the willies. And that's the scene in the basement when the boy is reaching his hand, right? Reaches his hand, he's reaching his hand in, and they show from the inside out. You see her in the background, and she's doing this behind him.
Yeah,
and I'm literally going, blah. It's horrible.
I give the credit, the jump scares, if you would, in this. There's some jump scares, but Flanagan does this thing where he's building this tension, and you know something's coming, you know something's going to happen. So you're watching, you're looking, and you're ready. And the score does not set you up for this jump scare. The jump scare just rolls out in front of you. There is no. It's just here's something really messed up that is now here's for you. Oh no, there's no music. You don't need the music. Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah, and this is another one of those movies where you kind of get I don't know about you, but for myself personally, I mean, I think this was the third or fourth time I watched it this week coming in. And when we're doing one of these movies, I try to pay closer attention and stuff. But every time I've watched this movie after the first time, right, I catch myself kind of looking in the background to see if I'm missing anything, because I'm like, because you feel like there's something else going on through the whole movie, and I catch myself looking in the corners. And I think when a movie has you doing that, I think that's when you know that it's kind of like it's got like the fisherman hook, right? It got me.
Yep. You want to make sure you're not missing anything. And he does this movie takes place in 1967, decades before the happenings of the first one.
Was there a first one?
Doesn't matter.
No first one. Anyway.
But yeah, he takes us back. Not only do we have the fashion, the cars on the road, we've got the lighting, the cinematography is that older style with the blur behind, and you have the forefront is in clarity, and the cigarette burns up in the top corners, just down to that. And if you've watched Fight Club, you know that's what they're there for the projector man to change the reel to the next reel. And we even get a frame jump when we see those cigarette burns where the splice would be together from reel to reel. And it really made us feel like we're there. Like it just had it's the nostalgia portion maybe, but it's also that bringing you back to 1967.
The attention to detail. And yes, I was going to bring that whole cigarette burn thing up. I loved that. I love the fact that the movie was crystal clear and then grainy, and then you'd see the little markings and the little rings and all that stuff. And first time I watched it, I was like, was it supposed to be there? And then I realized there was a certain pattern to it, and I was like, that's great. It felt so good. And I also have to say this, Henry Thomas, who is best known for his role as the young man in E.T., is one of Mike Flanagan's go-tos, I believe. He's been in a lot of Flanagan's stuff. But I'm going to tell you what, this role as the empathetic father, Tom, suited his acting style so well. He really made me feel for him, feel for the family, and you really did feel like this guy was trying his best to be helpful to them and not be in the way. No judgment casted. Hey, there's a problem. I'm here to help you fix it. And I really loved that character trait with him, and the growth that we had with him. When
how we steered away from the whole looking for the relationship of Father Tom lost his wife, she lost her husband, and it's like very early where it's like maybe in another life. We just move right past that. We're not adding the romance to it. We don't need it.
And I love the fact that Elizabeth Reiser, I
Mhm.
think that's how you pronounce her name, Reiser. I love the fact that she went to that date all dressed up and ready. She was ready for the romance part of it,
Yeah.
and and he was very quickly. He was like, you know what? If it were another life, and I thought that was like you, I thought that was a really nice touch that they did not immediately go into um, a relationship with between her
Right.
and the father. I thought that was just it was again very him keeping it very professional, very empathetic. I thought was a great character choice for him. Um, and then there's Alyssa Basso,
Mhm.
the lovely redheaded daughter,
Yep.
who at certain okay, so no one laugh at me. No one point fingers and laugh. You're welcome to. There were many times during this that I was like going, Is that the girl from Sheldon, from Young Sheldon?" Right?
Right.
They look close enough that they could be related.
Could be.
And I literally I kept going, and I'm like, nah, it's not her. And then the next one I go, well, you know what, maybe no, it's not her. And then I want to have to stop, I pause it.
I'm gonna look this up.
Third time in, fourth time in, and I pause it, look her up. I'm like, nope, that's not her. Just so I can
Nope.
put my mind at ease. Um,
An
so
another actor that Flanagan has in his Insta Rolodex to call upon. She's in The Life of Chuck, which just came out
I haven't
on
seen
one of the
it.
streaming services, so it's on my list to get in there. Heard good things about it, so
Mhm.
I know she's in that. She's also been in um, Oculus. She played the young girl in Oculus, which
Oh,
was
okay.
a great move. So yeah, again, Flanagan has these people that he knows to put together a cast that have great chemistry together.
Yes.
And I like the character arcs we take within
Yes.
her, and especially her role there, where she's the sister, she's the rebellious teen. Father's gone, has got the boyfriend, the friends, but in the end, it comes back to like that's my sister. I love when she took that line.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really completed that whole arc. We feel like
I agree.
it's
I
solid, relatable.
And it's
Writing.
funny, I don't know if you got this feeling or not, and if you did, great. If you didn't, that's fine too, I understand,
Mhm.
but I kinda got this feeling from her from the get-go, even though she was being rebellious and even though she was, you know, in on the act, so to speak,
Mhm.
that through the whole thing, even though she was still the one who most had her feet grounded,
Yeah,
between her mom, and her sister, Doris, who stole this movie out from everybody.
true.
It was also fun for me to see Kate Siegel playing the part of someone who's less than scrupulous, right?
Right, right.
As with the House of Usher, but in this one, I mean, she was just like, I'm trying to steal my, quit telling my dad everything's okay. I'm here to steal his stuff,
Right,
you know.
right.
And so, which was I really liked that aspect. So, but I think I'm going to spend the next few minutes as we talk about this movie, really gushing over Lulu Wilson's acting in this.
She sold this role from the beginning. The creepy, I mean, playing the little girl she's innocent in all of this, and
Yes.
and having that innocence of asking, like, because let's be honest, her mother's a charlatan. They've fallen upon hard times, and they're
Yep.
playing this mediumship. Her grandmother had it. Could speak with the dead, and they're doing this to bring closure to people, and she spins it really nice.
Uh-huh.
But she's really taking money and fooling people by having her daughter hidden over here and the other one over there, and we got the candles with the air. And
It's one of those. It's one of those. I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm doing the wrong thing. No, how was it? Wait, I'm trying to do the right thing the wrong way. Is
right,
basically what you're getting
we're
with
doing the wrong thing for a right reason.
there you go. That's what I was
Same
trying to
thing.
say. Thank
Yep,
you.
same thing.
Um,
Uh,
and
yeah,
and yeah, at first when I first watched it, I thought, oh, okay, cool. They're using basic psychology and so forth and so on. But then when you see the candles, right, and I'm like,
yeah,
I was having the same reaction Kate Siegel was having. I was like, well, wow, whoa, no, and
Right.
see that there's tubes and there's all this stuff that's happening, and I was like, okay, but then her explanation of, well, we really are helping these people, which they were. I
Yeah.
mean, they were helping their mindset. Not doing it in the greatest way though.
No.
But Lulu Wilson, who played Doris, the first time you see her, literally, I was like, what a pretty young girl. Just that she had this wholesomeness about her,
Right.
with her Brady, Mama Brady haircut with the
Mhm.
flip on the ends and all that stuff.
Right. Very innocent, being picked
Very.
on at school because her father passed away. Like you want to like grab a hold of her and give her a hug because she's just a wholesome little girl that's lost in this mess of life.
And that is also why her role works. Is because from the get go, you're wanting to protect her.
Absolutely.
And to watch her, okay, so the CGI that was used was used to enhance, not to replace, which
Correct.
is the way it's supposed to be used. So when you see
Yeah.
her, just the little things like she's watching TV and her eyes roll or
Yeah,
white as she's staring off, and all of a sudden, someone walks in the room and you see the and they pop back down, and I'm just like, she's, oh my god,
the mouth move.
Oh yeah,
She does such a great job of creeping you out too. And there's moments, especially in the beginning, where she's taken over, and we have some really great spins and turns that you don't see coming.
exactly.
But you're not going to guess. It has the horror tropes in there, but you're not going to guess how it came about and how we get to the point we're at, where this Marcus is masquerading, one would say, as her father.
Right.
Because it's one of those things that when someone you love passes, you want to be able to talk to again. You want to be able to reach out. So it's a relatable thing. Also, Ouija boards. Okay, just a minute here.
Okay.
We've mentioned this as rules for
Yes.
great reviews. Okay, there's 3 rules to these boards. These chicks broke every one of them.
Well, the big one that they broke is the last rule: always say goodbye, and they never did.
Never say goodbye.
Or open all the time. But at the beginning, the first time the mom uses the Ouija, and Doris and I'm sorry, I just had a total brain fade. Doris and Lena are upstairs, right? And Doris is answering what her mom is doing and Lena's like,
such a great scene.
Oh, it was, because she's like, what are you saying? And of course Doris is like, well, what are you talking about? Oh, so great.
Yeah.
Tina, you are absolutely correct. Rule number 1 is simply this: 1, if you find an old text that's in a language that you don't understand, do not read it out loud, ever. And 2, follow the rules of your Ouija. It's not that hard for us, right?
3 of them, not alone, and which, like, almost immediately, they'll always say goodbye as the 3rd one, but there's also the 2nd one sitting in the middle where you
never in a graveyard.
In a graveyard.
Oh. No. and
very disappointing.
And this house was now, see, that's a rule they broke that we can't really hold against them, because they didn't know it was a graveyard at that point.
It's true, but they broke the other 2, and they're more important. So shame on them.
Especially the goodbye. Don't say goodbye because you left the door open. I get it. So this family of women, the 2 girls and Alice, or Elizabeth, Razor, man, I don't think chemistry wise they felt like a real family to me. They felt like that this could be their mother. So because this film this movie was made to be in the 60s, the one scene when Elizabeth was in the coffee shop or pastry
Mhm.
shop, and she had the little the turtleneck on and the little leather vest. I was sitting there going, God, I miss that kind of fashion. It's like she looks so damn cute in that,
Right.
with the
Yep.
boots and all that. I was just like, oh, that was so cool. That was so cool. Anyway, sorry, I had a little mind trip there. But let's see. Tina says they played on one when she was a teen. Some freaky shit happened, and we said goodbye and got rid of that damn thing. LOL. It's funny. The only time I ever did that was at a friend's house, and yeah, same
Mhm.
thing. I was like, yeah, I don't like the feeling that I'm getting with this.
I had some creepy stuff happen goofing around with one. When we've gone to a couple different museums, and they tell you not only is the Ouija board itself dangerous, but an image of a Ouija board is a Ouija board.
Yeah.
So, there comes with a lot of, there's a lot of lore behind it as far as what it can bring. Is it a door? Or is it a window? Is it you know, I might be talking to a loved one, but it could be somebody pretending to be a loved one, like
Yes,
on the internet. You think you're talking to some,
exactly. I
supermodel, and it's really some guy with his hand in a bag of Cheetos.
I saw this like living room throw rug and table where the throw rug was the Ouija board and the table
Mm.
was the planchette. And
Oh,
I said, that is really cool in
right.
someone else's house.
Someone else, exactly, because as
That's
soon as
not
that
coming
coffee
to
table
mind.
starts moving, I'm out. I'm
Yep.
out.
I it's funny though. I heard someone say, this whole movie was based around a game that was made by Hasbro at the time, and I said,
Mhm.
yeah, well, it happened. So
Mhm.
I
Yep.
get it.
They were
Uh,
like, "It's a witch board. What's
yeah.
the worst could happen?"
So yeah, so anyway, Doris was just you wanted to scoop her up, you wanted to protect her, you wanted to do everything you could to help keep her safe and to
Mhm.
watch her slowly be overcome by this entity was hard to watch, but it wasn't hard to watch like The Exorcist, right? Where you
Right.
have this visceral damage and stuff going on. It was more of a, oh girl, oh girl,
Yeah,
you know.
it's what you don't it's what you assume is happening, with
Exactly.
the poor girl because of the things that, we've got jaw dislocation, we've got eyes that she's reading the back of her skull because they go so far back. I mean,
Uh-huh.
all the whispering in people's ears. It's just there's a lot that goes on that is just where you're like, man, that kid creeps me out. And again, it's just, here's a soft tone in the score to
Yep.
come up onto the sleeping Lena,
Uh-huh.
and then it comes away, and then it comes back, and there's Doris just in her
Yeah.
ear with her eyes rolled back. There's no like, ba-da-da. There's just like, oh,
Oh, but God, we'll just make it stop.
oh,
Oh, I agree. I'm going to tell you right now. I think that everyone's kind of got the point that we liked this. If you had to say that there was a part of the movie or anything in the movie that you could think of that was kind of a detractor for you, something
Mhm.
that would be a negative, what would you? Because no movie's perfect. What would you
Yeah.
say is
I
it?
would say, while I enjoyed, there was a moment of CGI showing Marcus, during a very scary part. It was the only thing that was not shot in a 1960s feel. It was definitely a new CGI feel to it. I didn't mind it too much. It had that insidious kind of feel to it where
Yep.
you get to see the demon's face. But it does kind of pull you out of that old style.
Yep.
Um, there's a moment in the end where it just there's a little bit of a dip. And then of course it shoots back and we get
Yep.
back on track. But really those are the two things that really kind of detract me. The CGI one was a big one because they were doing so well with not seeing and the minimalist that they were
Yes.
doing with the eyes and the whispers and stuff. So I don't think we really needed a smoky CGI demon
Yeah.
to see. I would have liked to see maybe going with something more practical
Yep.
and more shadowy.
Well,
Would have been
we're
awesome.
both into that. So yeah,
Yeah,
I agree with
yeah.
that.
But that being said, it's not the end of the world. This
Well,
this
no,
movie was
no.
worlds ahead of its predecessor for being a prequel.
Okay, so Mike Flanagan gets this is mine. Mike
Mhm.
Flanagan gets a bum rap for being too expositional sometimes,
Mhm.
right? Which I don't agree with wholeheartedly. I do not agree
Right.
with. But I think that while they were using the lore of I can't remember what it's exactly called, the writing, right? The ghost writing,
Oh
where
yeah, yeah, yeah,
where she allowed it to use her
yeah.
hand,
What do they call it? Rote writing or
something along those lines.
yeah,
Anyway, I thought it was a great something you don't see often, so I thought that was a great twist. But I think that there was a little too much detail given through that because that was what they used as plot armor to get from
he does announce
there.
this
Right,
is what happens.
right, right.
I,
So
I
I think
think he does it in a good way,
yeah,
as far as, but yeah, you are correct. The
I think
exposition is there.
what they could have done with that was, is they talked about the Doctor Evil and blah 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 blah, a Doctor Devil, but then the kid right before he died found the medical bag.
Mm,
They could have tied it together there and it not been, oh, it's all in this handwriting thing.
right. Here's a
It's not like,
platter
oh, it's not
spelling.
like it's like going, hey Chris, look, do you see all these skulls on here?
Right.
They all mean the pink mean that it's one thing, and then the green means that it's something completely different. But then this white, that's
Right.
where I kind of felt like it was like, okay, you could have done a little bit better with that. But that being said, is it going to make me mad not want to see this movie again? How many
No.
times have I already said I've seen it?
Yeah.
I've already seen it 4 times, and so I'm telling you now, I like this movie a lot, and where I place it on the list might get me in trouble.
Okay, good. Because I was kind of leading into that too, is that this was a surprise. Like, this is one of those movies where, like I said, going into it, I watched the first one.
Mhm.
It was a throwaway
Sorry.
4 o'clock in the morning kind of movie. It wasn't good for that either. I didn't enjoy it at all.
No.
And this one really gave us a good prequel story to that movie.
Yep.
But being in its own world and taking us on a different ride. And I honestly think he kept us on the edge almost the entire time,
I agree.
where, it wasn't all there. He spells a little bit out for you towards the end,
Yep.
but we close it up without having to spell that out for you. It's just here.
Yeah.
And where we come into the first one. So I like that edge ride, and he has such a great job of doing that. You see
Yep.
that in his series, and
Yep.
he's gotten better because this is 2014, 2016, 2016.
Yep.
So
16. Mhm.
yeah, so
14 was the
this-
original, 16 was this one.
we're coming, from there. We've gone, Bly Manor. We've gotten Midnight. We've gotten so much from Flanagan
Yeah,
since then. He's only gotten better.
agreed.
But he likes. I love the jump scare without a score to go with it, because you don't know you're taking in the info that's happening, but you get a true feel to it.
Right. And it's
reaction.
definitely a different feel than it is when you have that ba-ba at the same time, right? That musical score at the same
Right.
time,
Yep.
versus it being something that hits you emotionally,
Yeah.
which is what this one did. So would you recommend this movie to others?
Yeah, I would definitely say it's worth a watch. It's a breath of fresh air when it comes to, because there's only I think there's only 2 that are truly licensed into the Ouija
Yeah.
mythos here, just the first and second one, the prequel. There's like 6 others that have come, I think, after these that really have no connection whatsoever.
No.
That I don't think I've watched most of them. But
I would not actually.
yeah. This Flanagan being put on this in the beginning, I had just come off of seeing Oculus, and I was like, "Hey, we give it a shot." Great movie. You should really go see it. It's worth it. We don't spoil this. A couple really good twists and turns in
Oh,
here.
absolutely, absolutely.
That keep you kind of hooked on
It-
the whole ride.
Yeah, and the way he chose to do the tie up at the very end of the movie, I thought was just fantastic. Well done with
Right.
its own jump scare as well.
Indeed.
I really did enjoy this movie. I would definitely recommend it. Here's the thing that I love about this movie is, okay, so my wife is, she's not a horror fan.
Right.
Anything that has to do with spirits and demons, she checks out immediately. I don't even want to hear it. Don't talk to me about it. As a matter of fact, I even
Right.
told her, I said, with tonight's subject, you probably won't want to watch the whole show. Right? Come in, say hi to everybody, like you,
Right.
But I think that this is. And if you need me to break it down further, you may get it a first time, you may not, but this is Exorcist light to me. This is Omen light to me,
Absolutely.
right? Meaning that if you had a friend of yours who was into horror but was like, I try to steer away from the spiritual aspect, this is one that you might be able to use as a gateway to open them up to more of that. Show them this before you show them the Omen kind of thing.
Yeah, this is a very spooky possession movie without being visceral like Reagan in The Exorcist,
It's
especially.
to me, this is it's a spiritual movie that plays more like a haunted house movie.
Yeah.
Really, because
Truly.
that's truly what it is. It's the house is haunted, and so I would. This is a 9-star movie for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with an 8.5 on it. I really enjoyed it, and it's beyond. We love Mike Flanagan here. It's
We do.
what we do. We kind of started this channel by talking a lot about his works.
Yes,
And so, as being a fresh face out on the horror scene for the last decade or so, and this movie just really rocks. It's solid from start to finish. You don't have that weird horror vibe where you're like, I get it. You're really holding on to the end because you want to know what's going to happen, and he keeps you right there.
I agree. This movie does a great job of giving you a good firm starting point and then building the anticipation throughout. So yeah, I'm really I really do I enjoy this a lot. I would definitely invite people to watch it and because I think that, like I said, I think if you have anyone any of your friends who just like horror in general, I think they would find this a very
Yeah.
fun, interesting movie, and it invites you to watch it well more than once. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
So here comes the hard part. 74 movies out right now.
74 movies.
How high are you going to let me put this on the list?
Sometimes hilarious, intentionally tasteless. Dude, honestly, for me, it's immediately a top 20 movie.
Okay, let's just go to top 20. I think that puts it above Sharknado, and someone may cry a little bit about that.
It does. But in all fairness, it does put it above Zombievers as well. So,
yeah, well, that's true.
if we're going to point out the obvious, there's some great cinema right there alone.
Okay, so we're going to 20 is Dog Soldiers for us, which is funny because that's kind of one of those movies that people either love or hate. You and I both loved it. So
Yeah.
So we're gonna stick it at 21 right now, and then we're gonna look at this list, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's going to be minimally in 16 range for me.
Yeah, I'm looking when I first opened up the shit list today and said, where would I put this? And would Alan get pissed off at me? So I said, well, because I'm already at a top 20 right off the bat. Honestly, it doesn't crack the top 10 for me because we've got some heavy hitters as far as I like there. But Pet Sematary, Late Night with the Devil, it is right there with that kind of movie, Late Night.
Yay! Oh, I love it when we agree on this.
This is good. It's a perfect spot for it. It is right there.
Because why don't we go right? Boom, right there.
Yeah, good.
You're good with
15
that?
is a good spot. Late Night with the Devil, I thought was in the same vein. That whole not showing you much and being creepy.
Yeah, until the end, which it went.
Oh yeah, until he went to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Through the prism of love.
It sure did. It sure as heck did. But it did it in a good way. So I'm okay with that.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, I'm right here with you on this. If you would have said to me that you were gonna look at right, like the 12 to 13 range, we may have cried a little bit. I may have cried a little bit, but
Right.
I was actually contemplating actually putting this in the 14th spot. And then I sat back and said, no, I can't do
I'm
that because
I'm right in there because Pet Cemetery is a really good movie. Late Night with the Devil is a really good movie in the same vein as this one
yes, I agree.
with that possession, and this is really it's top tier. It's a breath of fresh air with a new way of telling that possession story.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
It's
So
locked
now,
in.
so it's locked, baby. Done, done, and done. All right. So before we spin the wheel of terror to decide what it is that we're going to watch next week, I would like to take a moment to tell everybody thank you, first of all, for coming and hanging out with us tonight.
Yes.
There are several people watching here on YouTube and making comments. There are also several people on X right now watching.
Thank you.
If you are on X or you, well, if you're on X and you would like to join us on YouTube, we'd love for you to join the conversation. Be a member of the Talking Dead simply by showing up and let us know what you think about these movies. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Chris and I are of the opinion that no one's wrong. Well,
True.
no, your opinion can be wrong, but we still like you for it. So
Right.
we're okay with that. So, because there are times where I think Chris is wrong. And there are times where he mistakenly thinks I'm wrong. So
Right. We all know that none of us are wrong ever.
ever. So what do you say we spin the wheel and see what we're doing next week, sir?
Let's see what our fate is for next week. This Wheel of Terror. There's a lot of movies on here.
There's a lot of movies on there.
Please don't be the one we were talking about.
Oh,
no. Okay.
All right. For next week, we are watching Bad Moon. So let's remove that from the list.
Bad Moon.
And just to prove that we're doing this live, we're going to go on here right now. We're going to go. Let's see, Bad Moon.
Bad Moon. Oh, that's got a decent cover to it. I remember this movie. Okay. Okay.
Bad Moon.
I will say this is one of my favorite movie covers. Just the wolf and the moon for the eyeball. I think is really enjoyable. So where do we watch this here?
All right, so it says here. I'm not sure if you could find it on Netflix or not. Let's look. See.
It's definitely a Shudder movie. It is an AMC movie, so probably Shudder would be
Shudder. It shows to be available. I'm looking here on Amazon Prime. So there's probably several places to watch this. This actually has a good cast to it. If I remember,
a solid cast. Mariel Hemingway.
Yeah, Mariel Hemingway.
Yeah.
Michael Pierre, who you would know as Dark Side's Coming Out, Nothing Is Real. You'll never know just how I feel. He was Eddie in the Cruisers.
Eddie in the Cruisers. Yep.
I love that. Yeah, so there's some good, some really good people on this one. Sorry, I had to do that. So I had a friend of mine's band. Okay, so here I'm getting ready to ruin something for you if you didn't already know this. I had a friend of mine who had a band, and they used to play a lot of the local clubs. Really fun band to go see. And they would do the Romantics. It's What I Like About You, right?
Okay.
And then because it's the exact same chord structure, everything would drop out but the guitar, and he'd go, Dark Side's Coming Down, Nothing Is Real. And then the other guys in the background would be going, ROCK in the USA. Because all three the exact same song. So next time you hear the Romantics, you're going to, in the back of your mind, you're going to be going, ROCK
in the USA. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry about the ruining it for everybody.
Great. Now I have to hear it. Now you all have to hear it.
Exactly. All right. So Bad Moon for the Thursday of next week. I'm really looking forward to this. This is a good, fun, cheesy, schlocky movie. I think
Schlock is good. Schlock is good.
Everyone, I tell you right now, if you haven't seen this one, watch it. It's a fun movie. Makes little to no sense, but that's okay. That's what we're all about sometimes. Chris, before we sign off for tonight, is there anything you would like to say to our friends, family, and otherwise?
There's a couple things I'd like to say to you out there. One, please stab that like button. Two, possess yourself to write a comment. Tell us anything. What you thought about the movie, what you think about us, what you think about the show, whatever you think. Just write a comment. We love it.
Just ghost write with your hand.
Right. Yes. Auto writing. Just right on. Like it's just a bunch of swirls. It's cool. It's comment. We'll take it. Also ring that bell, toll the bell, stylize it, personalize it. That way when we are going live on Thursdays to join us in the Living Dead room and become part of the Talking Dead. Other ways to get in touch with us is in our DMs. If you go to bio.link/graverev, that will take you to the link, one link to rule them all. It'll give you the YouTube, the Insta, the Facebook, your mom's butt, all of the things that are in there, including our email. Reach out to us. We've had plenty of people call in, write in, email in. You know what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
And add movies to that Wheel of Terror. We've got a lot on there. We were looking to maybe add some more to it just because there's so much out there to watch. And in this realm of being subjective and what we like and what you don't like, where can we go wrong? Lots of places, but that's okay. Join us for the ride.
Exactly.
And then one last thing. After you do all of the links and you do the stabby thing and the comment thing,
which is
stay spooky, friends.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you so much. We love the fact that you join us on Thursday nights while we share our love for horror with you. Next week, Bad Moon. So that being said, until we meet each other again, as we always like to say here at Thursday Night Frights Grave Reviews, may all of your nightmares be groovy. We will see you then. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.